Hey there, class. Welcome to the final week. You made it. Just had a few things to talk about as we tend to wrap up. First off, the final exam will be available this upcoming week, at the end of the week. It will open on Thursday, the 28th at 1 p.m. and remain open until Sunday, May 1st, right before midnight. We will have 2 hours to complete the exam again. Um, it will be about 30 multiple choice questions and will focus mainly on the second half content of the course. So it's not really cumulative. There may be a couple of questions that more generally reference all EVPs, so some of the topics early in the semester about evidence-based practice in general and fidelity might be kind of weaved in there, but the main focus of the final exam will be the models that we discussed since the midterm. The answers to the exam will not be available immediately to you after when you get your grade. That is because the in-class version of this course that Dr. Spagnolo is teaching is not taking the final exam until next Thursday. So they end a week later because we worked through the spring break and they had the spring break week off. So you will, at the conclusion of the exam, be able to see your score and then your final grade, but you won't be able to see the answers, the correct answers, until after the other class has taken the exam as well. Just a note too, if there's anything you haven't turned in to me that you're able to turn in at this point, please do so rather quickly because, as you know, grades have to be in very shortly after the final exam is turned in. So in an effort to be on top of my grading, I just ask that anyone send in anything that is pending for whatever reason that you've been in touch with me about. So there are a couple of things to fill out as well at the end. So there is always, as usual, the course evaluation. I'm working on getting you a link to do that online. I should have it hopefully later today or tomorrow, and I will post it when I get it. Very similar to the course evaluations you've done in other courses. It's really important to me. I take this feedback very seriously. I'm really trying to make this course as great as it could be, and that feedback guides me. As this is the third time I've taken it, I think it gets a little bit better each time. So I want to keep that trend going, right? Also, I posted a social media survey last week, and thanks to everyone that completed it, I'm going to highlight it for this week as well. I'm just going to move it down. So if you've taken it already, you don't have to take it again, but if you haven't taken it, could take just a couple of minutes and fill that out. It would really be great. Thank you so much to the Facebook pilot group. You guys were awesome in trying out how to integrate social media into an online class. I thought it was pretty successful, and the feedback that I got was fairly successful too. I might try and do a quick survey just for you guys specifically, but the social media survey that I posted last week is for everybody in the class. Any questions, send me an email about that, but your feedback is greatly appreciated. It's an optional survey. Last thing, so if you've seen me come into your classes in the last week and talk about my disability survey, you could turn off the video at this point. This is what I'm going to talk about for the rest of the video. But if you have not seen me in the last couple weeks, especially if you're on Stratford campus, I'm not able to reach you in person. So hear me out for this last 2 minutes. I had sent out about almost 2 weeks ago, the link to everybody's SHRP email address that is enrolled in a class this semester in the Department of Psych Rehab. It's called the Student Disability Survey, and I'm trying to survey all of the students in the department this semester to find out the nature of disabilities that they might struggle with and the different academic tasks that they've struggled with this semester, whether they have a disability or not. So if you got that link and you were unsure as to whether you should even fill it out, thinking, oh, I don't have a disability, please fill it out. It should take you no more than 4 minutes, and if you don't have a disability, even less than that. It is, I believe, 8 questions, and just ask, if you self-identify as having a disability, meaning you don't necessarily need to have a diagnosis formal diagnosis from a doctor. It's just really if you feel you have a disability in a wide variety of areas. There's 6 areas that we are looking at: mental health, physical health, learning disabilities, eating disorders, substance abuse, and traumatic brain injury. So we ask a few questions about the nature of the disability. If you check yes, quick question about if you're registered with the disability office or if you're getting accommodations and your satisfaction with those services. And then again, everybody at the end just has a few questions kind of asking them to rate the level of difficulty that they've had with some academic tasks. Really simple. You could win a $50 gift card. I'll be raffling off 2 in, I believe, 2 weeks to anyone that completes the survey and then forwards me separately, as your contact info will not be linked with your anonymous answers on your survey. But I'll get a separate list of people that elected to enter the drawing for the gift cards. $50 gift card, could be used for anything. And I will conduct that raffle in a couple weeks and alert people via the contact info that they supply to me. The answers on this disability survey are completely anonymous. I'm able to track who completes the survey, but I'm not able to review the responses until it's all aggregated together so that everyone's answers are remain confidential. So that's really all I had. I sent out a reminder email for the disability survey last Thursday, so anyone that did not complete it received a reminder follow-up with a link at the bottom so they could find it there. But really important, if you do not check your SHRP email for whatever reason, I don't care, send me a course email through Moodle with an email address that you would prefer the survey get sent to, and I will make sure that it is sent to your preferred email address. If that's going to get you to complete the survey, then I will do it. My goal is to get a 90% response rate here. Right now we're, I believe, almost at 30%. So we got a long way to go. There's a lot of students out there that haven't yet completed the survey, and I suspect a lot of it's because they haven't seen it, because they don't check their SHRP email for whatever reason. So if it's going to help you do the survey, if you send me an email, it could be a Gmail account, doesn't necessarily have to be a Rutgers email address or a school email. I'll make sure you get it, and you can get entered to win that $50 gift card, as well as help the student body in the future. I was really doing this to know the needs of the students so that we can adjust our teaching practices and curriculum development to best reflect the needs of this diverse student population. So every response helps, even if you don't have a disability. If we only get people that complete the survey that have disabilities, it'll look disproportionate that the department has more people than it actually has that self-identify as having some kind of disability. So any questions, you could send me an email, send it to my Rutgers email, or send it through Moodle, doesn't matter. Hope to get those responses in. Any questions about anything, you know how to reach me. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Really enjoyed teaching with you guys this semester. It's been a really enjoyable classroom experience. Thanks.